Hey guys, Pedro here. Just got home from seeing one of the biggest tours to hit in North America right now, which is Obscura with Beyond Creation, Archspire, Inferi, and Exist. These guys are touring all across North America. Don't miss it. It's a big tour. Obscura hasn't been in North America in 7 years. 7 years. So you really don't want to miss a chance to see all of these guys playing together, because honestly, sometimes it takes a while for these bands to come back, so you don't want to miss a chance when they come to your town. I really want to get started talking about this concert because it's been a long weekend, it's been a long night. My throat is dead. I'm drinking milk with honey. I can barely talk. So I want to make this, I want to get this underway because, like I said, it's been a long night, it's been a long weekend, and I'm drained. So let's talk about the show. But just right before we talk about the show, I just want to give a shout out to all the folks that watch our channel that took the time to come and say hi to me today at the show. I appreciate you guys watching our videos. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Anytime you see me at the show, come and say hi. I'm always happy to meet people that watch our videos, that put up with our nonsense on a daily basis on YouTube. So come and say hi. Thank you to everybody who did that. I really appreciate it. Now that I got that out of the way, let's talk about the show. Now, Exist was the first band opening the show. I didn't get to see them, not because I'm one of those douchebags that don't show up for the opening bands and just show up for the main event. That's not the case. I was actually doing an interview with Stefan from Obscura, which is going to be on the channel on Wednesday, so you don't want to miss that. I got to talk to him, talk about the tour. We talked about the album. We talked about the European tour. We talked a little bit about the shows that they're going to have in Japan. So you don't want to miss that. It's going to be a really cool interview that I did with him, and that's going to be on the channel on Wednesday. Don't miss it. Make sure you come on Wednesday and check out that interview. That's why I missed the opening band, because we had the interview scheduled for the time that the opening act, the first band, would be on. So that's why I missed the first band. Now, Inferi, they were the second band to hit the stage. I've seen Inferi before. I saw them with Rivers of Nile when Rivers of Nile came through this past July. Inferi was one of the opening bands for Rivers of Nile, so I saw them then. They're a great band. They have a new lead singer now. They've changed their lead singer, but changing the lead singer has not changed the intensity that that band has in their live shows and their live performances. If you have a chance to check out these guys, please do. Great band, super heavy, super heavy. You really want to check these guys out. And like I said, the change in the lead singer has not changed their aggression. If anything, actually, they're a little bit more... they're a little bit heavier now. There's a little bit more aggression, specifically on stage. There is a little bit more aggression on stage. So you definitely don't want to miss these guys. They're a great band. Second time seeing them this year. Both times as an opening band. So both times were short sets, but very robust, if you know what I mean. Then after that, which was Archspire, a band from Vancouver, Canadian band, and when you look in the dictionary, heavy, I'm going to go beyond heavy. When you look at the dictionary, brutal and fast, I think you see a picture of these guys. I'm yet to see a band live that is as fast and as brutal as these guys are, I'm including in that the lead singer. What a great frontman, great stage presence, great connection with the audience. He really engages the audience. Great vocals. The guy blew me away. How good he was live. How good their sound was. How tight they were. Really strong band. A really good band. A band that I really think, if you guys are not aware of Archspire, I really recommend you guys checking out these guys, because they're brutal and they're fast. And when you mix those two components together, you have some absolute awesomeness. And live, these guys were no different. They were extremely good live. They put on a great set. Short set as well, because obviously these are all the opening bands leading up to Beyond Creation and then Obscura. Beyond Creation comes on. I was really looking forward to Beyond Creation. Right now, they are in my top 5 Canadian bands. I really enjoy these guys. I really enjoy their sound, specifically what they do with the bass. I got to meet Hugo, the bass player, before the show. He actually saw me outside the venue, and we got to chat for a little bit. We got to talk more later on in the evening. Great guy, great band. I was really looking forward to seeing Beyond Creation. This is perhaps Antonio's favorite Canadian metal band. I think if you ask him, he's going to say to you that this is his favorite Canadian metal band. So I was really looking forward to seeing them live. I was also looking forward to see if the set would include any of the new songs from the upcoming album, which it did. So that was really cool. They played Algorithm from their new album. They play it live. Really good live. It had a really good sound live, but all of their songs have a really good sound live. They are very tight. They play they played a short set. I think it was about 6 to 8 songs they played. They played a short set, but very robust, very strong, very tight. It almost felt at times that you're listening to the CD, specifically when you're looking at the music itself. I'm not talking about the lyrics. I'm not talking about the vocals. The vocals obviously had that live feel to it. But musically, it almost felt to me that I was listening to the band to a CD. They're that tight. They're that good. I was really close to Hugo, so I could really see him play the bass. What a treat. For anybody who enjoys bass playing, seeing him playing live and being that up close and seeing how he plays, it was a huge treat. I really felt bad for Antonio because he's a big fan of his, so he would have loved to meet him and see him play up and close like that. It was really a treat. Really tight, really strong. Everybody in the band, super tight, super strong. Really good performance, really dynamic performance. And the crowd was really into it. You could tell it was a Homer crowd because both during Beyond Creation and Archspire, the crowd was really alive. I'm not saying that they weren't alive during Obscura, but during those two bands, there was some extra blood and flowing through everyone in the venue. Perhaps, like I said, two Canadian bands in the Canadian audience really wanted to give them a welcome home, if you will. So Beyond Creation was really good. Like I said, they played one song from the new album. They played, songs from their other records. They played all their greatest hits, if you will, at least as many as they could pack in such a short set. It was really cool to see them live. Didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed it. I would love to see these guys as the headliner because I would love to see them play a much deeper, much longer set. They were done, and then comes Obscura. I was really looking forward to Obscura. I really enjoy their album. For those of you that haven't checked out my album review, please do so. Click in the top corner right there. The album review is there for your viewing pleasure, and you can see my album review of their new album, Diluvium. I really like Obscura. I really like their sound, and specifically their new album. I really enjoy their new album. Their newest album to me is one of the best albums of this year. It's really good, it's really strong, and perhaps have gone unnoticed in some circles, but it's a really good, clean sounding album. The best way to describe it is almost like the album was made in a bubble. It's really good. It's not overly produced, but it's really good, and it has really good sound. It has really good good songs. It's very diverse. The album itself is very diverse. It gives you a lot of different styles of songs, different dynamics, some more melodic, some more aggressive. It's a really good album. So I was really looking forward to the concert because I wanted to see how some of those new songs would translate to a live setting. I also wanted to see how many they would include in their set. They didn't include many. There's a reason for that, and when you guys watch the interview on Wednesday that I did, you'll find out the reason because we talk about that. We talk about how many songs are included in the set from the new album, why there's only 3 or 4 included in the new set, what's the reason behind it. You'll find out on Wednesday when I post the interview. So there is a reason why they only played a few from the newest album and they concentrated more on the previous record. But still, I'll divide their performance into 2 parts. So if we talk about the new songs, they were really good. Live, they sounded really good. I mean, I enjoy the new album a lot, and I wanted to see how that album would translate to a live setting. It really translates well because the songs that they picked really offer the audience a wider range of dynamics, if you will. Some of them are a little bit slower, like I said. Some of more melodic. Some of them are faster. Some of them are heavier. So those new songs in the live setting really allows them to break their set and create a different kind of momentum so that the songs don't become very predictable one after the other, so that there's not like 4 songs in a row that are all fast and heavy. So it really allows for the band to really break their set and really create a more fluid set with songs that are heavy, then songs that are more melodics, and then songs that are heavier again. It really allows for a better atmosphere, for a better performance, for a better enjoyment of their music live. So the inclusion of these songs was done perfectly, was done throughout the set, so they really blended in with the other songs and really allowed for the performance to be very dynamic. For those attending the show that perhaps were not familiar with the new songs, it didn't really matter because there was only 3 or 4 of them, and they were really spread out throughout the set. So you really didn't really notice that much if you were not aware of them, if you're not aware of their newest record. If you are, then perhaps like me, you were really looking forward to see how they were going to sound live, and they were incredible. The new songs live, they played extremely well, and the response from the audience was very good, which lets me know that the people attending the show obviously picked up the new record. They know the songs, they're familiar with the new album, because you could tell that by the response that the audience gave them when they played the new songs. Obviously, the biggest cheers, the biggest emotion, the biggest ruckus, if you will, came when they played their older songs, their more established songs, the songs that more people are aware and are fans, specifically fans of the band that have been fans for a long time, are more aware of older material and always looking forward to that older material. So they got that, and you could tell because when they would announce the song, the reaction of the crowd was obvious that they were connecting with the older material more. They haven't perhaps, while they were aware of the new songs, they perhaps haven't had a chance to really fully digest them and incorporate them into their repertoire of music that they listen to on a regular basis. But their show was flawless. Obscura, incredible live band, incredible performance. Let me say this. I got to finish this review on this note. Obscura is perhaps, and I want anybody out there who doesn't disagree with me to let me know, they are the best, most well-dressed band in death metal today. These guys come on stage sharp, in shoes, nicely coiffed pants, nice shirts. Like they look like they're either going clubbing or they're going to a wedding. This is the best dressed death metal band ever, and they had to be Germans because only Germans take things to that kind of level, to that kind of perfection. There's no room for error on any performance. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed to see them on stage, nicely dressed, clean dressed, and putting on an incredible show. Really strong performance. It was really dynamic. They really engaged the audience a lot. They asked for people to do things. They really talk to the audience a lot, and I always feel that that's very important, to engage with the audience, to connect, to create that connection with the audience during a live show. Great show, great evening, all around great bands. All I have to say is this: if this tour is coming to a town nearby, you need to check it out. Like I said, it's been 7 years since Obscura been in North America. It perhaps will be, I don't think there's going to be another 7-year wait. I think there's going to be another tour around the corner. But having said that, you really need to go check them out. You really don't want to wait and wonder what's going to happen. If they're coming to a town nearby, a lineup like this, a lineup as strong as this one is, you have to check them out. All right, guys? Take care. Have a good evening.